Hollow point breaks and hardcore surfing fans make Australia's Gold Coast the perfect place for the ASP Tour kickoff. Every year, a new round of fresh faces arrive, hoping to make their mark on the long walls of the Superbank. This year's rookie class got off to a solid start. 4 upset some top seeds in round 1, advancing straight into round 3, where they were quickly stomped out by legends who were accustomed to assessing new blood.
It's how hard is it to say it's the best every year? Every year is better than the last, isn't it? You know, surfing level's going up, so it's always going to be better than the year before. But you know, guys are really. It looks like the talent's a lot deeper. You know, a lot more guys really standing out.
As if facing 38-year-old Kelly Slater, who's still in his prime, wasn't scary enough, there's now a perfect storm forming on the ASP ranks. One that, when all added up, indicates 2010 may be a seminal season. There's little doubt that Mick Fanning and Joel Parkinson will keep their horse race going this year. But Taj Burrow entered the Quik Pro hot on their heels, with plenty of momentum after his recent victories at Pipeline and Burley Heads. Meanwhile, high-profile stars like Bobby Martinez are trying harder than ever to lift the burden of expectation off their shoulders. But those who watch the tour closely know the biggest threats are always the hidden ones. And this year, there are more than ever. Oftentimes, it's blue-collar grinders like Kieran Perot, Kai Otten, or Bede Durbridge. Or second and third-year pros who settled in, like Jeremy Flores and Ace Bucket. And when comeback stories like Andy Irons are lurking, they're always worth keeping an eye on. On the ASP Tour, upsets are simply a part of life. And at the Quiksilver Pro, world champion Mick Fanning was taken down by Kai Otten in round 4. With the floodgates open, rising stars Dane Reynolds and Jordy Smith pounced. Both surfers are in their 3rd year on tour, and both know what it's like to carry the burden of expectation. Dane and Jordy have also paid their fair share of dues. At Snapper Rocks, they were looking very comfortable in their own skin, and more importantly, on their equipment. In round 4, Jordy Smith met Kelly Slater for the first time ever, and didn't give an inch. Jordy unleashed his full bag of tricks, and Slater couldn't catch him.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's the king of our sport, so just being out there surfing in a heat with him, you know, I said to my manager earlier, I was like, I don't even care if I lose, you know, I'm just out there because you don't get very many opportunities to surf against Kelly.
Meanwhile, after a bit of a shaky start in his round 1 heat, Dane Reynolds ironed out the kinks and settled into a very upbeat rhythm. Yet according to Dane, nothing was coming easy.
Free surfing around here, it's really tricky because you get like 3 waves in 4 hours. So I felt a little bit rusty, but I just need to go spend like 4 hours in the water and figure stuff out before I eat with Marco so I don't look too stupid.
Thursday's quarterfinal clash between Reynolds and Parkinson was undoubtedly the heat of the contest, and it isn't likely to be forgotten anytime soon. The Coolangatta crowd was trying hard to will their man Parco back to the Quiksilver Pro winner's circle. But Dane lit things up. Snapper's walls provided the perfect targets for his highly progressive arsenal, and his inspiring performance won even the most ardent Parco fans over.
I was actually kind of surprised walking up the beach and people were cheering. I thought I was going to get booed or something.
When it was done, the tour's young guns seemed to be in charge. Reynolds and Smith would go on to clash in the semifinals, and after being on the receiving end of Reynolds' wrath several times before, Smith finally got some payback, advancing to his first ever ASP final, where he met Taj Burrow. Burrow took care of a fired-up Bobby Martinez in the semis, and came from behind in the final to take the win.
Jordy could unleash and get a big score any moment, and yeah, it was just went my way.
But the larger story, in many ways, was the young guys who found their place on tour. And today, they're enjoying themselves a lot more.
It's an honor to be out there surfing with one of your idols, you know. I grew up surfing and watching movies of Taj, so it kind of puts a little target on your back, you know. People want to kind of beat you now because, you know, you're up the top, but I'm just still the same person. I'm just having fun. I'm 22, you know. Yeah, sunny on the Gold Coast. It's Friday. What more can I ask for?